Today I'm going to take you all on a tour of one of our large mystery trinket boxes that we recently sold through the Dust Euphoria Etsy shop. In the video I show off and talk about every wonderful item we put in the box, and then I go a little over the top organizing and displaying all of the contents. It's going to be trinketastic. Welcome back to Dust Euphoria. If you've watched our previous videos or checked out our video descriptions, then you're probably aware of the fact that we have an Etsy shop. In the shop we offer some of the more valuable and rare things that we found at the thrift stores and estate sales, but we also offer trinket boxes. We really enjoy putting these together, and we were just finishing up one of the large mystery boxes that someone ordered, and we realized that we should probably document and share exactly what one of these boxes looks like, and that's what we're doing here. We've got this large mystery trinket box that we just put together, and it's going to ship out tomorrow. And Lynn Cinnamon's already recorded a video with it. We've actually added just a few more items since she recorded a video, and now I'm going to record a video sharing with you everything that we put in the box. Now my plan is to share an unpacking with you because we don't have the contents organized necessarily. They're just placed in there, and once I get everything out and all laid out, then I'm going to try to be more meticulous and thoughtful about placing everything back in the box. And what I'm going to do with that portion of the video is I'm going to shoot it in stop motion, and I will shoot it vertical. I'll probably upload that to YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be sure to include a link in the description as soon as I have one. Now before I get started, I did want to say that we are working on some themed trinket boxes. As soon as we get those together, we'll probably shoot a video and create Etsy listings just for those boxes. But until then, we'll still be offering the different sizes of mystery trinket boxes. And speaking of that, let's get right to this one. I'm going to open it up for you, and you'll see. Okay, so this will sort of be your first impression if you open one of our boxes. Now, like I said, I'm going to take everything out and put it back in there. And I'm going to put a little more thought into how things are placed and what it looks like. But I don't think there's going to be anything added, so you're going to get to see everything that's in the box. We'll pull this trademark almost rose. Lynn Cinnamon loves her roses. We're going to top it off with this rose, I think. We'll see how that goes when I go to restocking, whether we can make it work to put that in last. I'm going to start with a couple of custom items that we did just for the box. You can see this little band. It's not quite large enough to be a bracelet, but we put it together with some of the beads that we've gotten from the bins and some wires. And you can see it spells out Dust Euphoria in black and white letters. And it's got a little thank you tag. I don't know if you can read that. There we go. So yeah, I never made one of these little bracelets before. Initially I made it with string, and I ran into some problems connecting it up and it broke. So I tried it again. This time I used a couple of wires and then connected it up with the thank you tag. So yeah, I thought it turned out really neat. And then the next custom item that we made was inspired by this little salt or pepper shaker. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure what 3 holes means. It's a little blue bird. You might remember it. It was featured in a previous haul video of ours from the thrift store bins. And a lot of times when I put these boxes together, I'll take one of the items that's in it and do a little drawing or a painting or something of the item and include it inside. And that's what I did with this one. I just did a very quick little watercolor of the little bird, and I put it in this frame that we also found at the thrift store. It's just stacked up like cardboard mats. It's got like a frame that looks like an old map, and I did it with the little cheap watercolor set that we found in the thrift store bins. I love it so much. I got some better brushes. We found some like Martha Stewart craft brushes, so I was able to use those instead of the brush that it came with, which is just awful. And so yeah, I made this little cute painting of a bird to go inside, and its matching little shaker. Okay, let's see what's up next here. We got this metal blue Eiffel Tower keychain. Just says Paris, obviously. We got... This was really neat. I was really excited to find an assortment of cabinet knobs in the thrift store bins. And they're just beautiful objects on their own. These are like these glass knobs with that sort of texture. And then they got this kind of almost glittery brushed metal base. They got the little screw. Leave that in there that you can use to mount it. And then you can take the glass part off if you like. But I just thought those were really neat. Well, let's put it down here. I think we're going to need this spaced up here later. You know what a sucker I am for dice, and we've got a few in here. I see a couple right together. We got this green one, and then this multicolored one, which looks like it's I'm not sure, is that backgammon? Got 2, 3, 7, 8, 11, 12. Anyways, so there's 2 of the dice. And we've got similar little mahjong tile, little game theme, kind of goes with the dice. Oh, look at this. Kind of sad to see this one go. It's a glass turtle. Love this guy. He's awesome. It's just solid glass. Very pretty. And, ooh, another. I'm realizing that, you know, when we put these together, we pick things that we really love. And so obviously, these are things I really love. And so there's a part of me that's going to be a little bit sad, but also I'm just overjoyed that we were able to, essentially most of these are from the thrift store bins where the items are headed to the landfill, and rummaging through those and pulling out these little things from the bottom, like little nuggets of gold or whatever. And I feel like sort of rescuing them to a certain degree. And I appreciate them and I enjoy having them, and then I enjoy making videos and sharing them with you guys and talking about them. And then, but it's really wonderful that we get to then give it a new home, a temporary home, with all these wonderful friends. It's kind of like if Pixar made instead of Toy Story, they made Trinket Story, the movie. And look at all these wonderful characters in here. But anyways, we get to package it all up with this new home and send it off. In this particular case, it's actually going across the ocean, and then it will have a new home and someone else can have it and get some joy from it. It's really, really great. So anytime you hear me expressing any sort of sadness, it's all in perspective, and just a small percentage of how much joy that I get from sharing these and then rehoming them, essentially. Anyways, this is Little Mermaid Ariel mini brands in the package. I really love these. This is one of the first mini brands that I got when I didn't even know that they existed. And to find these, you know, where they had the teeny tiny packaging, it really set off my sense of wonder. Really fascinating. And I've been a miniature fan ever since, whether it's Shopkins or mini brands or whatever. And this one's really great. It's got all the details and everything, but it's really tiny and it comes in the package. It's so wonderful. So put that there. Then got this. You know how much I love game pieces. This is from the Seen It game, and they have lots of little metal movie themed pieces in their games. They're really nice, and this is the popcorn piece that you can choose to play when you're playing. Got a realistic little bunny. It's really nice, really detailed. A black and brown bunny. Got the big ears. Got a little blue dot on his foot. So it's gonna have a fun trip across the ocean to look forward to. Let's see. Recently got this and haven't been able to feature it in a video yet. We've seen quite a few bells looking through the bins. A lot of times they come off of ornaments or you know, Christmas animals and things like that. But I've never seen one quite as nice as this. You can't tell in the video, but it's really thick. And see if I can get it to ring. You can almost tell from that really high pitch just how thick this metal is. It's very heavy. And it's just really nice. It's a wonderful little object just to hold in your hand. And then also, you know, to ring. So that's really great. I guess I won't dodge one of the most obvious things. This Tintex stocking die, which you use this to dye your pantyhose. Back in the day, I'm not sure what the date is on this. The company was established 1840. I'm not sure. This probably came from an estate sale. I can show you. Oh wow. Yeah, it just comes in this large pack. Really neat. Does it say what color? Oh, it just says Mystique. I guess Mystique is the color. Yeah. So I don't know what that is. I guess is that supposed to represent the color? I doubt it because it seems like their color palette for the printing is pretty limited. So anyways, I guess you had to know what Mystique was to know what you were getting. And then under that we have this really neat necklace. Ooh, it's up tied in a knot. It's little green stones, and I believe they're real. They've just been meticulously drilled and strung together for this chain. And then it's got the little end piece that screws together. Really pretty. The stones look really great if you could see them up close. Almost sort of a green tiger eye look. Sticking with the green theme, got this wonderful little keychain, the Shamrock, Ireland. I'm guessing it's an actual bar called the Shamrock. If so, it must be pretty famous to get that name. It's a neat, real heavy metal, and then the little shamrock in the middle spins around. Really nice. And a couple more green, just little game pieces, wooden game pieces. I'm not sure what game they're from. Really old. And this is something Lynn Cinnamon put in just before she made her video, and I didn't even know about it. I'm not sure what the story is. It's obviously a hand-painted egg. It's kind of heavy, but it's not rock. Or it's not solid either, I don't think. But it's these pretty little flowers, and it's signed Aaliyah, I believe. It's really neat. I was so pleased when I opened the box after she got done with the video, and there were a few items in there that she had added, and not only was this new to the box, but I had never seen it. So that was pretty exciting. All right, got a couple more dice, a red one and a purple one. You know, maybe we'll stick with going with the color theme as we organize this. Kind of have the blue and the greens already, so keep her over there. I like that idea. We'll flip that over to black. And with that in mind, we got this little pool ball, and it's about the weight of an actual pool ball. I'm guessing it's the same kind of material. It's real heavy. It's not some little plastic ball. I'm guessing it's from a legitimate little miniature pool game. The number 2 ball. Deep blue. And another blue item. This was in a previous video of ours, one of the very early ones. I love this little whale. It's a little ceramic whale. And it's got a funny little pink smile, a frown smile. And it's like the glaze is sort of wearing off where his blowhole would be. I'm guessing that's intentional, but yeah, he's cute. And he's ceramic, I believe. I don't think it's a very hard plastic. If so, it's like domino plastic. Here's another item that Lynn Cinnamon added. She's got some like really legitimate vintage bottles of things, or empty bottles, and this is one of those. Oh, so rich looking. Topaz with an E. I'm not sure. It looks kind of thick. So I'm not sure what it is. If it's a perfume or something else. I mean, it's decorative, like it might be a perfume, but I don't know, and I'm not about to open it. So got another little game piece. We have the pool ball. Now we have a little bowling pin. Speaking of game pieces, we got this Welcome to Las Vegas dominoes. These are some of my favorite dominoes that I've gotten. I used to get a lot more whenever we were at the bins. I would just load up my bag, but I later realized that you pay by the pound there, and getting dominoes by the pound, even if it's just $1.80 or whatever it is, it adds up pretty quick, and you can almost get dominoes for the same price from the store. So I'm a little more selective now, but of course, if I see some Las Vegas dominoes, these were all spread out in the bin, so I had to grab them one by one. I doubt I got the whole set, but like I said, there's some of my favorites, and that'll be a wonderful addition, especially since if you're paying attention earlier, this box is going overseas, so that's a kind of extra fun. And we got this bold big earring. Look at that. It's a plastic. It's not, it looks like it might be like a seashell or something it's made out of, but it's just plastic. And then it's a little it's not a pierced earring. It's got the screw thing to put it on your ear. So ooh, look at this little ceramic cat. Super glossy. Really nice. No markings or anything. I'm not sure how old it is or anything like that. Who made it? Yeah. Got a little silver car. Silly but fun. It's got the almost glitter silver, little orange tires. And it's one of those you pull it back and it'll take off. Ooh, this was really neat. This was in one of our earliest videos as well. It's a carved elephant out of some kind of really neat stone. I don't know enough to even guess. It's got the little green eyes. And, but he's all intact. I don't think there's any damage. And he's super cute, and I love the colors that come through. something slightly different. We got a really small My Little Pony, My Super Little Pony. It's got a rainbow with a star cutie mark. Still not well versed on My Little Ponies yet, but I'm learning slowly but surely about everything that we find often. Ooh, does he have glasses on? I like that. All right. Let's see. This metal key. It's not an actual key. I think it was used for some sort of a wedding decoration. We got quite a few of them. They were featured in a previous video, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, they're nice and metal, super shiny. They're fun. The skeleton key kind of thing. Look at all this. Isn't it great? Okay. And let's see. Got a few marbles. Very distinctly different. The swirly one's amazing. I've never really seen one like that. I don't know if maybe it's kind of a handmade deal. I can't really feel. I feel a little bit of difference on the ends where it makes sense if it was handmade. And a little cat's eye. Pretty normal. And this thing, the colors on it are crazy. Sort of a typical swirl that you see in older marbles. And then this speckled one was actually featured in our Little Rubber Ducky Tub Time video. A whole bunch of these were in there to emulate suds. So split these up by color a little bit. All right, what next? Isn't this so great? Oh man, I love this so much. Okay, we'll do this big old ceramic candy corn. This was in a video of ours. We got a whole bunch of these. Well, a whole bunch, maybe 10, maybe a dozen. They were scattered in the bins, and they're really neat, really heavy, really fun. I love these. And we got a Pikachu. Little plastic one. We don't see a ton of Pokemon, really. I guess that makes sense. Kids aren't too willing to let go of their Pokemon. So, but we did get this Pikachu. I don't think he's had any screen time yet. This is his debut on the Dust Euphoria channel. And now he's taking a long trip with his buddies. You know I love my letter blocks, so I had to include one of those. This one's kind of small, which is nice as far as the boxes go. What I really like about it is that it looks like a child has colored in the images. There's the raised letters, there's a U and an H on the different sides, but then the black and white images on the sides, they've colored in, and they weren't simple about it. They colored in the Y with 4 different colors. Look at that snail. Oh my gosh, they went wild with the colors on that one. They even added some lines on the corners. Now they did just color in the 8 with a single color or not a color. And then we got the bumblebee. It's got the yellow, black, and the orange eye. So that was really fun. Ooh, I get to choose. I want to put this in the blue section or put it over with the yellow items. We'll keep it with the yellow. Yellow needs some help here. Speaking of which, look at that. Not to spoil any surprises, but if you order a trinket box from us, you will also get a regular size rubber ducky that's not in the box. We always include one of those in there. And this one happens to also have one inside. It's just super tiny. And it's not really a rubber ducky necessarily. Not your typical one. This looks like it goes on the end of a pencil maybe. But it's super cute. It's got the different colored bill. It's got little orange eyes. Okay, we're sending Bob Ross across the sea. This is from some sort of like Bob Ross game, I think. We got these little tokens and they were like 3 or 4 different colors. We chose green just because I love the magic little trees that he paints. And they had different numbers of squirrels, happy little squirrels on the back. And the green ones had 1 squirrel, 1 happy squirrel. And then Bob Ross on the other side. All right, I'm going to tidy things up a bit. I really wasn't thinking about having this color coordinated when I started. And so, okay, we got this little collectible spoon. And this one's funny too, just like the Las Vegas domino. We're sending over a little collectible spoon from Branson, Missouri. Big time popular American tourist attraction. So I like that. We got this smoothed out rock. I believe it's a worry stone. It's got a little indentation. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Yeah, you can sort of make it out. And I think you're supposed to hold it and just sort of rub it and let your troubles dissipate. But it's almost like a pink marble. Not sure what kind of stone it is. I got a feeling once I've been making these videos for a period of years, I'm going to know a lot about a lot of different things. And I'm realizing now that there's a lot I don't know anything about, including rocks and minerals, gems, etc. I am learning a lot more about Hatchimals though. Check out this little pink hedgehog Hatchimal. I've since learned that the colors of the wings help you figure out just how rare they are. And it usually goes, I think silver wings are common, and then pink wings are rare, and then the purple or the blue, purple and blue are ultra rare. And then you'll see, I didn't even know this was a Hatchimal to be honest when I first got it because I couldn't see the wings. But it has pink wings, which means this little guy is rare in the Hatchimal verse. So that's kind of fun. And now, of course, I'm keeping an eye out when I'm in the bins. I'm going to grab them all regardless, but I'll know what other people think is rare and ultra rare when I see them based on their wings. So we got to work in some red. I guess the red's going to be up here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of red, it looks like. We've got this little wooden game piece. It's just a little person. Looks kind of old. Get him up there. And this is a beautiful, beautiful rock. I wish you could hold it. It's almost satiny smooth. And I mean, it looks great too, but you really need to feel it to really appreciate it. It's great. I think we have 2 or 3 of these that came, it was in a thrift store bin with some other tumbled rocks, and there were a few that were the same rock, but this was probably the nicest one of the ones that we got. Okay, well, trying to keep up with the red thing. We got this little glass bottle, and it comes in a metal, this gold metal casing. Makes it seem super fancy. I'm wondering if it was like maybe essential oils or maybe a magic potion. Who knows? Super pretty. Be fun to put something neat in there. Or lots of little neat things. Or even red glitter. Be fun to spill red glitter out of that. All right. This I got very recently from the thrift store bins. There were a few hair barrettes in there, and this they were all kind of elaborate and neat. And this is a pair of scissors. That's actually a little hairpin. Isn't that neat? That's so cool. Let's see. We'll grab a couple of rocks and a bead. I think this actually came with the red one. This is a really nice dark navy blue and white veins in it. It's smooth. It's not quite as satiny as the red one. Then these little fancy bead, little ceramic bead. I love the colors. Gives kind of a Southwest feel. And then another rock. It's almost glass-like. You know, just taking a look in here and a look out here, I'm going to guess that I will need to shift all of these up to make way for a little more silver, etc. Yeah, silver and clear. Tell you what, let's just keep shifting. All right, have to excuse me. I'm a little anal about composition, especially given this. I think it's going to be so impactful once I'm done to have them all kind of tightly organized and then see them all flow back into the box and almost chaotically, but wonderfully. So, okay, let's carry on. Let's grab it. There's a few little buttons. There's all kinds of neat little things in here. Let's see. So I'll just grab a little handful. Some of the smaller items. Oh, that's pretty good. Ooh, there's a big button. All right, check this out. Big glossy black and gold button. I'm going to guess that was on a big old overcoat. And then this is actually a bead. It's got a hole through it. A red flower. And then just some regular buttons. Right, what we got up next? This is so much fun, you guys. Man, what Lynn Cinnamon and I should do with each other is buy each other a mystery box and not tell each other what we're doing, because it's so much fun. You know, I made her a mystery box for her channel back when we first got started doing this, and I gave it a theme, and I didn't tell her about it, so it was a mystery theme, and so she got to open it up and make a video for her viewers. And then as she was going through it, her and her viewers could wonder about what the theme was and try to guess it. It was really fun. I won't tell you what it is, but if you look through Lynn Cinnamon's YouTube channel, I'm guessing you can find it. It's probably from about 4 months ago or so. So anyways, check that out. This is a small bottle with a cork full of little rocks. All kinds of like colorful ones. There's a green one in there. They're sort of similar with that pink and gray look, and it's from a state park in Texas. I can't quite read it. Looks like it says like Inks Lake State Park in Texas. So that's really neat. And we'll stick with Texas. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? It's a Galveston Island, Texas keychain and it's resin or epoxy. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got little sea creatures and seashells. There's a little crab in there. There's little tiny shells throughout. So neat. And then it's got that pink in there behind and some gold stars. Really nice. It's one of my favorite keychains that we found so far. I love how the seashell kind of looks like his eye. Ooh, it's another Hatchimal. This one's actually featured, I believe, is this the one that's on our thumbnail? I'm not sure. He's definitely in a video before, and if you notice, he's got the pink wings. So this little guy is rare. He's a little seal, kind of water themed. He's sort of transparent, translucent, whatever the right word is. And he's winking at you. We'll do him as like a transition color. Got a couple of plastic coins. These are fun. One's got a treasure chest, a $sign, and then a pirate and a $sign. It's got a $sign on both sides. Like gold and a silver gold color. Got this wonderful, I don't know if it's a fuse or a little tube amp, I'm not sure. But it's this glass encased and it's got the metalwork in there with the little filaments. Or maybe it's just a light. Really pretty. I love these kinds of things. I actually at an estate sale recently, they had a lot of old antique radios which were a little out of my price range, which I love the antique radios as well. But they had in the garage of the guy's house, had an old dusty jar full of old fuses, which I'm guessing most of which probably weren't any good, and or tubes, I guess tubes for the radio. They're old tube radios, and so I bought that. I hope to do a video with just that, or we didn't really get a lot from that estate sale, so maybe we will just do a haul from that one estate sale, a video with that coming up. Right. I do not know what this is. It's like a jelly paw print. I don't even know. I need to ask Lynn Cinnamon about that. I haven't even seen this yet. Oh, so much fun. We might need to include a note as to whether or not that's edible. I don't know. It doesn't look like food packaging. So. Let's do some green shifting. Okay, good for now. Ooh, we got a little crown or tiara. And this was in a previous video. We got these really elaborate chess pieces from a set. It's kind of a mix between whatever this is. It's kind of a plastic. It's meant to simulate bone, if I'm not mistaken. And then two-tone wood for the rest of it. And if you watch that video, you know that all the pieces were somewhat damaged. You can see on here. I think it looks like a pet got to it. These look like teeth marks. This is actually one of the pieces that was better off. than the others, but I was really fascinated by how they came apart. And so I grabbed all the pieces that I could find, even if they weren't complete, because I thought it was fascinating, because these are, you know, multiple pieces that are sort of fitted together, and whatever animal or little kid it was that tried to eat them broke them down, so you could see a lot about how they were built, and it's fascinating to me. But this is I assume this is a rook, but I guess it could be a king. I forget. I think the kings and queens, they were really tall, so this must be the rook piece, or the castle, whatever you refer to it as. Let's see, we'll grab a couple more. Some random things. We got a couple of gold buttons. This one looks like the letter P, even though if you don't mind not being capitalized, it could also be the letter D. And I'm not sure, I don't believe that's a letter, it's just kind of a generic crest. And we got this little tassel, little purple fabric. I forget, this was on a string, it was maybe a belt, I forget, that was broken, and there was still some of the things left on the chain. You can see it's got a little hole. And it was a couple of these tassels and some beads and some other things. I just pulled those off the chain and put them in the bag. And then this beautiful piece, I don't know if I can get this to come across in the video. Beautiful piece of tiger eye. So nice. Man, just stare at that all day. I get the light on it, I don't know. I can't see my camera too well, it's really up high, so I apologize if some of this isn't coming through super great. Let's see, where are we going to put the gold? Got a little Lego man. I still don't know much about Legos either. I mean, I know Lynn Cinnamon's been putting some together in her videos, some different sets that she's gotten. And but I usually grab all the little Lego people that I see, and any kind of truly unique pieces, or if it looks like there's a lot of unique pieces from the same set that are just loose in the bin, I'll try to grab them all up and bag them together. And I don't know, maybe I'll come up with a use for them later. Maybe I'll try to build something. I'm not sure. But they're fun. And this little guy's great. Love his hairdo. He's got a scarf on. Looking sharp. Got one super ball. This one has little glitter stars throughout. It's clear. Speaking of clear, do a couple clear items. Got this little, it's a plastic, it's not glass. Well, yeah, it's not glass. Little plastic shell. Just clear, real pretty. Then we got this UMATHUM. Not sure what that is, but it's a little stopper. Goes in the top of a bottle or a decanter or something like that. But it's just a pretty piece of glass. And I like kind of the Gothic calligraphy on there. Got these silver leaves, kind of delicate jewelry piece. I don't know if it's an earring, part of a necklace, I'm not sure. But I really like it. We actually have a couple of these, I think 2 of these The other one's broken and in pieces. Looks like we're going to need another realignment. That should be enough. And of course I had to include a couple of Monopoly pieces. Got the car and the horse. A couple of the more famous pieces that have been featured for decades in the game. I believe the car changed form real early on, but this particular version of the car was in it for the longest time, and then the horse and rider was in there for a long time too. Well, we're getting pretty low here. Let's see what we got. Let's grab a couple, 2 or 3 blue items. Got a cupcake. Just a little plastic cupcake. Blue icing. Looks better down here. And then this wonderful butterfly clip, hair clip. Probably a doll hair clip. It's so tiny. It's really nice. The little rhinestones in there are great. All different colors in it. It's not even symmetrical, which is nice. And I'm not sure what this is. It looks like some kind of light bright peg, but I don't think it is. Or a Lego tooth. Not sure that was an edition. Lynn Cinnamon edition later. Ooh, we got a Shopkin that made it. Check him out. If I'm not mistaken, that is spaghetti tied together. You know, I love me some Shopkins. Let's bump him down. That's fine. Got this neat seashell. Just a spiral. Larger than I'm used to seeing for this type of shell. I think this one turned up in the bins. Ooh, got an actual old key. Another Lynn Cinnamon edition. I love that. Look at that. So it looks like it was painted black at one time. And not only did that wear off, but also the metal itself is starting to rust a little. Speaking of rusting a little, these 2 jingle bells have rusted a lot. There's a larger one and a smaller one. Probably can't hear that, but this used to be gold and now they've rusted, like, or brass, maybe brass colored. All right, we're getting down to a lot of smalls. I'll just keep grabbing things up to show you. All right, let's see. We got this bead. Gives me like an Aztec Mayan vibes, but it's probably completely unfounded. It's a little clear plastic crystal. Another gold button with a crest on it. It's like a little lion in there. Maybe it's a Lannister button. It's a little silver snowflake. Looks like metal, but it's plastic. Ooh. Oh, I gotta say goodbye to my little ceramic squirrel. And when you get over there, don't you be an invasive species. You be nice. Oh, it's so cute. Hand painted and everything. Lynn Cinnamon added a random bolt. Gotta love that. And then this gold leaf, but not gold leaf like you're used to. It's just a thin metal gold leaf. Looks like it hangs on as part of a necklace, a bracelet. All right, we got these Scrabble tiles. And the letters have meaning to the buyer. So that's why they were chosen. They weren't random, but random Scrabble tiles would work as well. I just spelled nah. Anyways. All right. I forget when Lynn Cinnamon got these little metal bees, but they're some of my favorite little objects that she's gotten. And there's quite a few. And I will tell you that if you get a mystery trinket box from us, you will almost definitely get at least one bee, if not all three. They come in the 3 different shades. There's a really bright silver, a gold, and then like a dark pewter silver. So they're just so great. It's so fun to see a whole bunch of them together. And then we got these little, I think they're glass markers, wine glass markers that you put around the stem of the glass. We got a whole bunch of them. They come with these little trinkets, little metal trinkets on the metal thing, and they're all wine themed. And so this one, I put 2 in here. This is a little bunch of grapes. And then this one has a tiny Italy. What's up next? Yeah, let's go. These are just some random little, I think they all came from a single necklace. You can see on this one there's still a little bit of the line left that ran through the top, but it's like 2 strings went through the whole thing. And but the individual pieces are so great. Is the light really coming through on this? Yeah. We're gonna have to help green out one way or the other, so they're gonna get some necklace pieces down here. So Lynn Cinnamon edition. A little cassette tape bookmark. May give you anxiety if you're back from the cassette tape days. Oh, to see that was a nightmare. Your music listening was done unless you were really creative with scotch tape and a number 2 pencil. Or I guess number 2 doesn't matter. Scotch tape and a pencil. These are Lynn Cinnamon editions. I haven't seen these. Look at that. It's just a thin piece of plastic, but it's got that amazing effect. That's really fascinating. And then this sort of transparent. It's from that Japanese print, I believe, with the wave. Yeah, you can see how you can see through it. Okay, I'm saving this because I don't know what that is. Grab some of these. I think I'm learning right now that what I'll do is I'll save all the tiny pieces till the very end. So, but I'll go ahead and do a batch right here. This is another peg that looks kind of like a light bright peg, but it's not a light bright base, I don't believe. So maybe that previous piece was. Maybe it's some other alternate form of light bright. Lynn Cinnamon added that one. We got these large silver-backed rhinestones. Add some like bling effect to the box, and then some fun little random buttons. And yeah. Here you go, green. We got you, boo. Okay, you got a miniature Coke bottle with actual faux Coke in it. It's not real. It's got a metal top, and I believe it's a hard plastic and not glass. Really fun. I have to go with green. Ooh. Little mermaid tail. I think it just goes on a necklace. It's got a little hole at the top, or a bracelet even, or an earring, or whatever you want to do. This is a beautiful little cut piece of glass. It's mostly cubed with some different facets along the edges, but then it's got this large angle cut off of one side, and it's got that sort of piece of silver like you see on the rhinestones. Has a neat effect. This little puzzle piece is like epoxy or resin once again, and it's got little pieces of gold leaf frozen inside. Once again, it looks like a pendant or something on a bracelet. Look at this little girl. So tiny, so pretty. And a little tree pendant. This was in one of our previous videos. We got a few of these, little metal tree. Running out of space for silver. And a little bottle of aloe drink, I'm guessing. Okay, yeah, I'm going to save that for last. Well, last. We'll do the top of the box here in just a second. Well, let me go ahead and pull out all these rhinestones. Easier said than done. Okay, let's see what colors we got here. Lots of pink and green. If you notice here at the top, I put in this strip of lace to hold in some paper products, which we took full advantage of, including this Janis Joplin postcard. And you'll notice there's a little green thing sticking out of the top, and that's because it's actually a postcard that was written on and sent. And when Lynn Cinnamon did her video, she wanted to cover up the name and the address for the recipient on the back. I can actually read this one to you. It's kind of fun. Dear Lib, L-Y-B, I assume that's Lib. Dear Lib/Aaron. Oh my gosh, I really miss you. I missed you so much today that as I was driving to the grocery store and thinking about what to have for lunch, I thought if Lib was here, I would even go to La Madeleine with her because she loves it here. You know, La Madeleine is not my favorite, but I would take you here. Can't wait to hug you soon, Mom. So, and it's postmarked 2021, so it's not that old of a postcard. But it's kind of fun. And I think she wrote, oh yeah, P.S. Do you, and it's kind of ripped off, and I'm guessing it's something like, do you know, or have you ever heard, do you know Janis Joplin? She was from Texas. So yeah, that's great. I love getting letters and postcards and things like that from the Goodwill bins. Lynn Cinnamon's currently reading a middle school diary with the names omitted that we got. That's chock full of really fun drama, and it's a great read from front to back. So I encourage you to go give that a listen if you get a chance. And then speaking of postcards, we got a couple of random ones here. One from Colorado, and I believe none of these, yeah, these are all unused. They're blank. I don't know if this has a date. This seems old. The paper's already sort of turning, but I don't see a date. And then Cinzano, the kind of croissants they grow here. And it's a huge croissant on their table. That's pretty funny. 1984, Ken Brown Cards in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And then we're sending a get out of jail free card. You never know when these are going to come in handy. So this is the community chest version instead of the chance version from the Monopoly games. Perhaps one of the most famous cards from the game. I usually try, if I see the Monopoly pieces spread out in the bins, obviously I go for the metal pieces, but I'll also try to grab some of the more famous chance and community chest cards. I'll even grab some of the property cards. I usually try to grab Boardwalk and some of the others. And we're sending a Pokemon card. This is Pumpkaboo. Isn't she adorable? And that's actually like a 3D model. It doesn't look like animated, or doesn't look like a drawn card. But I love the ability as Pumpkin Pit. So that's great. Send her that Pokemon card. We get lots of Pokemon cards in the bins. And I don't know a lot about it. I'm trying to learn some, so that's a slow process. Check out this little postcard. Look at that guy. This is Montgomery Clift, distributed by Quantity Postcards. That's not a very creative name. Quantity Postcards. That's great. I wish these had a date on them. The company was in San Francisco. Doesn't have a phone number. That might can help identify how old it is, because I think it's old enough that it might not have 7 digits in the phone number. Let's shift the Pokemon over here. And what we got here? Ooh, Truchas, New Mexico. Trucas. This looks like it's from the mid to late 70s. This is historic downtown Trucas, New Mexico. Was settled by Spaniards in the early 1700s and remains till today in its traditional style and customs. This is published by Archie Medina in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Made by Dexter Press in New York. No date on that one either. That one's great. It's got the little beveled edges all around. It's kind of fun. It's not a super great photo. I ain't ragging on Trucas or nothing. I'm just saying that postcard probably doesn't do the town justice. This is Lynn Cinnamon added this one, but I knew about it. It's this old notebook, Belmont Duo Ring Memorandum Book, 10 cents at the Rexall drugstore. And it's just blank. It's still got, I'm guessing it had more pages originally, but it's still got quite a few, maybe a dozen or so. It's got both the front and the back still on, still intact. And the cardboard's aged so much it feels almost like leather now. So it looks and feels like leather. It's got the really tight spirals in really great shape along the spine. And then lastly, we got this huge playing card, the Queen of Spades. And it's got the very typical back, sort of, I forget what brand that is, bicycle or whatever. So, yeah, super huge. I think that's a kind of fun addition. I don't know how I'm going to put that in the display here. We'll have to shift everything down a little to get it to fit. That just leaves a little mystery bag here, which I'm not sure what is in it. Let's see, it's a wonderful piece of cloth that's been safety pinned shut. So let me see. Safety pin here, and this is fun. As I say, I wish I was getting one of these boxes because this is so much fun. Okay, I'll open this up and see. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It's a bracelet made out of they're faux coins. They're not real, but they certainly look real. And they all are independently attached. And they're all kind of aged and patinaed in a really wonderful way. Oh, that's really cool. And then at the very end is another coin. And then, yeah, oh, okay, you can attach it at whatever length you need. And then the little coin at the end will just kind of dangle off. Whoa, that's so neat. I can understand why she would wrap that up. That's one thing we talked about, is if, we want to include jewelry like necklaces and things, it's kind of tough because they can get tangled and stuff with all the items in the thing, with all the items in the box. So it makes perfect sense to get a really neat piece of fabric. I think she actually got this in the Goodwill bins. It was there was a lot of samples of fabric, I'm guessing from a quilter, that were in the bins, and she picked out quite a few of them, including this one. Let's see if I can wrap it back up as nice as she did. I don't know. Can certainly try. That's pretty good, I think. Try to get it through multiple layers without getting the necklace. I need the thimble Monopoly piece. Too small for my fingers, but I need an actual thimble. I was worried I was gonna give myself a poke. Oh, you know, that was kind of dumb. I need to lay this out on display, don't I? That's what I'll do. I might edit that out of the video. I might not. But we will stretch this out. We got plenty of room at the bottom. I can actually do some tweaking here, I think, compositionally. Okay. I'm going to fold this up and I will add it up here because it is in the box. And when I do the next video, I don't want it to come out of nowhere. Okay, I'm going to do some slight tweaking. I want to try to get this to look just right. I like that. Now, before I get to the next video, where I stop motion, put everything back in the box, I'm going to need to clear it out of all the little things, and I'll sprinkle those in over top. And then this, come on marble, I may cheat on that. This, when I put these in to hold the lace, this actually rubs against this, so I'm going to need to go do a little Dremel gap on this so the box will fully close, because right now there's a little bit of a gap. So anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. This is just a real joy. Lynn Cinnamon and I have so much fun putting these together, and so I don't know why we hadn't thought to document them for you as well, because this is fun. I get to relive all the little pieces, and then it's preserved for history. It's documented. And it's great. Now I will say we won't release the video until after the buyer receives the mystery box, because we don't want to spoil anything. And so that might actually have been a while since we recorded it, because like I mentioned, she's overseas and it may take a while for her to get it. So anyways, if by the time that we actually do publish the videos, we have some themed boxes in our Etsy shop, themed trinket boxes, I'll include a link in the description below. There's always a link to the Etsy shop and to our mystery boxes down there. So thanks once again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.